Joshua's in no man's land. Wilder's in no man's land. Fury's in no... They're all in no man's land. They're all in money land.
This is Jonathan Aguilar for Pro Boxing Fans here in New York with Gareth A Davies ahead of Taylor Lopez.
On here, by the way, do we do numbers or not?
You'll find out. If you say something controversial...
Honestly...
If you say something controversial, we'll do numbers.
I'd never say anything controversial.
You sure about that?
I've never said anything controversial in my life. All I'm saying is, do we do numbers?
What's numbers to you, though?
More than 10.
10, unlikely. Anyway, Gareth, Taylor Lopez grudge fight tomorrow night.
Yeah.
They couldn't get too close, but Josh looked very good on the scales, much better than he did against Jack Catchell. What did you make of it? Teo made the weight back to strip down.
Yeah, obviously behind the big towel or the big flag as it was, made 140 pounds. Thought he looked in fantastic shape. Josh Taylor. Just under the weight, but he's looked lean all week. I've been around him a lot. He's looked very lean in the build-up to this. Like you say, the wake-up call against Jack Catterall, very important. He had that wake-up call. It'll make him a different fighter. I just have found him, and I've had the privilege and honour of working around him for a lot of different outlets in the build-up to this. He's felt very sharp. And when Josh is sharp, his work's sharp. He's with a new trainer, so there's newness there. I think Joe McNally is a fantastic character, a really brilliant guy, and I think the elision of the two men has been a real success.
Are people looking too much into Teo's last few fights? I mean, Senior's been saying that he's realised his mistakes. Are people underestimating Lopez?
This is an elite level fight. If you look at it broadly, Teo Lopez was the lightweight number one. Amazing victory over Vasyl Lomachenko, even though Lomachenko never got going for 7 rounds. He just didn't do anything for 6 rounds. God knows what he was thinking. It was like he was in a daydream, that fight, wasn't it? It was unbelievable. It's like he thought he'd gone into the gym for a spar. He was doing a 12-round spar and he realised after 6 rounds that he was in a world title fight. It really did look like that.
He won the last few rounds.
Listen, Lomachenko is special.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't spoken to you since. I mean, I didn't have him winning against Devin Haney. I had 15-13 to Haney, but you could have scored it 15-13 or 14-14. It was a really close fight. Controversial, of course. I think they could do it again and it would be even bigger. But I'm strayed away. I'm getting so tired. Strayed away from the original question there, which is, Teo is really up for this. He says some odd things, so what? Tyson Fury says some odd things. Produces in the ring, doesn't he? Loads of boxers have said odd things. Yes, he has talked about killing his opponent and talked about death in this fight, and they've all got alter egos. It's how they compartmentalise things. It's how they get ready for these fights. Teo is capable of beating Josh Taylor. That's why Josh Taylor has trained really hard. He's taking this fight really seriously, and he knows he needs to be at his best.
Quickly on the other fight tomorrow night, Sonny Edwards is in action in the UK.
Andres Campos de
That
Chile.
is. Talk to me about Sonny and what you expect.
Well, Sonny, again, I spoke to Sonny last week. What a character he is. Phenomenal fighter, amazing engine, great skills. Those flyweights can fight 50 rounds if they had to. Andres Campos doesn't have his experience. What is it, 4th defence of his IBF title? Campos has knocked out 4 of his 15 wins. I think Sonny Edwards wins on points again. He's a little machine, isn't he? He's indestructible. He's a motor mouth, brilliant Machiavellian little character, fun to be around, got all his own views on everything. You know, he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. He deserves a lot of praise, a lot of credit. I'm glad he's gone with Eddie Hearn. I thought he hated Eddie Hearn. That's what I interviewed him about. And he's doing good business. I love the Edwards brothers. They're brilliant. Charlie's back as well, isn't he, on the card?
Not tomorrow.
No, Charlie's back soon, I hope. Yeah. Listen, I'd like to see Sonny versus Charlie Edwards. I'd love to see that fight.
Interesting. 2 more and I'm done. Eddie Hearn said that Tyson Fury's in no man's land and he doesn't think he's going to take the Usyk fight in December. What do you think? They're
all in no man's land. The only person that's got a fight booked right now is Alexander Usyk against Daniel Dubois on August the 26th in Poland. Joshua's in no man's land. Wilder's in no man's land. Fury's in no... They're all in no man's land. They're all in money land. That's where they are. dreamland at the moment for all of us, because we just want the fights to be made. It's always difficult to make fights after fights that are about to happen, because anything can happen in boxing. That's the weird scenario. So the more time ticks away, who knows, we may not see them in summer fights. It might just all be the Saudi fights. Joshua may not fight in August. It may not be Dillian Whyte. We don't know yet. They haven't had an offer yet. Or they haven't had a contract yet, Eddie's saying. They're getting an offers of big money. I hope they all fight in Saudi. I hope they all fight in the summer. But we can't wait, surely, till the winter for them to fight. Fury definitely doesn't want to fight Usyk. If Usyk beats Dubois without a fight for a year, doesn't make sense.
Last one, Wilder said today that he's received the offer to face Anthony Joshua in December.
He also spoke yesterday about a 2-fight deal with Francis Ngannou,
True.
didn't he? So
but my question
with MMA and boxing. So
my question is, if that is the case and Joshua and Wilder are going to face off in December, then with Frank Warren saying that Joshua should be fighting Fury in the summer, does it make more sense to fight Dillian Whyte? It's a dangerous fight, but most people would say Joshua is the favourite.
I'd love to see Joshua against Dillian Whyte. It's a grudge fight. It would sells out the O2 Arena. They're both vulnerable in their careers. They've both got older. It's a different stage in their careers. It's like when Ali and Frazier fought for the third time in the Thriller in Manila. They weren't mobile fighters anymore. They didn't move quite so much. They were older by then. They stood and they fought. I know people won't like me comparing it to Ali Frazier 3, but this is the third time they've met in a ring. They can compare that if they want to in the promotion. And there's lots of bad blood between them, so we're going to be interested in the build-up. I favour Joshua in that fight, but you can't write Dillian Whyte off. And again, Deontay Wilder in the winter for Anthony Joshua is a really dangerous fight as well. Wilder's a dangerous fight for Usyk. Wilder's a dangerous fight for all of them. It's a dangerous fight for Fury again. So, it's one of those weird times. It doesn't happen very often that it goes on for months and months and months where loads of fights are delayed. It's down to the big money coming from Saudi.
Gareth, appreciate your time. Look forward to tomorrow night.